Good morning, everyone. I had a very difficult morning. So I was awoken at 8 a.m. by the delivery of the doll I ordered yesterday. Yeah, in Japan it's very, very fast. So it came yesterday. So I had like 4 hours of sleep, awake by that delivery guy. Decided to go back to bed, had trouble falling asleep. I was barely asleep. New delivery, so like some of my pills arrived. So I woke up again, and because of the lack of sleep, I felt a little bit nauseated, and I like a stupid, very, very stupid person. Because it was hot, I decided to have ice cold water while I was downstairs, and I don't know if it ever happens to you or if it's just me, because like I never had anyone else I know except my dad to who this sort of thing happened. It's like you wake up in the morning and only your brain and like basically your like you can move, but only your brain and your arms, stuff, legs are awake. All your inside, like I feel like all my inside, all my digestive tract and my lungs and everything is still asleep. That happens, like if I don't have enough sleep, that happens to me, which means I cannot, like if I wake up too early, I cannot have breakfast, otherwise it's not gonna stay inside. All that, like I need some if I wake up too early, I need some adaptation time to be able to actually be awake on the inside. It's just weird. And like I said, as a really, really stupid person, I took cold water, ice cold water, because it was so hot. And it just improved the nausea, not my feeling, the nausea. I was even more nauseated. So anyway, I went back to try to sleep, and I slept a little bit more. And now I'm feeling okay. Like I still know that my inside is sleeping while I'm awake talking to you on the camera. So I cannot really do anything until my inside is awake, because if I move around, like the nausea is going to become worse. So it's really suck. Yeah. Me and sleep deprivation don't really go along really well unless I'm in a polyphasic rhythm, and I'm not in a polyphasic rhythm right now. So yeah, yesterday I didn't take a nap, and so that's why I'm so sleep deprived now. I think I slept maybe 4.5 hours or something like that last night. It's really bad. And the reason, I think one of the reasons for that is because of the drama, like with the dolly drama, I just can't get over it. Like it's so much fun. Somehow it just like analyzing the situation is something I find kind of fun. Giving a like educated opinion on what's going on, I think it's interesting to do. So that's what I did in the 2 previous vlogs. But I woke up this morning, like when I woke up, the other thing is when I woke up the first time and decided to go back to bed after getting the doll, I went on Facebook, and it's never a good thing. I went on Facebook and I had this very awful comment about Groove, about the doll company, and I was like, why the hell do you ask me? Like, because I might meet them at the doll show, so I was like, why the hell do you ask me to ask them, like, why you don't like their doll, okay? Like that person apparently don't like the new pricing for like normal dolls, and the new, like, she doesn't like the new dolls, and she wants me to ask that company, like, why is it so bad? But personally, I don't think it's so bad. I mean, if you've seen the new release, if you've seen like Mary and Bonnie, I think that's the Pink Rabbit style, and Amelia and the Cheshire Cat, and like all those new release, like, I think they're improving a lot. So when I saw that comment, that was worded extremely rude, and asking me to go ask questions for her about something that I don't believe in, I was like, yeah, okay, I would ask you guys question if you have something you want to have groove, or if you want some specific doll, I can like whisper to them that this character would be a good idea, or that kind of thing. But like, going to them and actually criticize for someone else something that I actually like, I don't see how that actually work, especially when it was like said in a very, very rude way. So I woke up and I saw that comment, and I was just like, I should actually explain to her the pricing and everything. And then I just realized, like, okay, I made a video on how they make the doll that justifies the new pricing, and I made a video explaining that probably Groove doesn't have anything to do with the huge price of Veritas. And I actually, like, I mean, we can see on the groups that a lot of people enjoy the new dolls. So I just decided to ignore her. But still I had a thought turning inside my head of what I could tell her, how I could explain, how I could justify, and so on in my head, you know, like, and I couldn't fall back asleep so easily. And then there was this other person, one of my friends on Facebook, who's actually trying to tell me and other people how to call our dolls. And I was like, really, like, there is a very good reason why we use a company name for those dolls and not a type. And you cannot compare with the Pulip dolls, because Groove is a company and they have a series of characters. The Pulip, Eteyang, Isol, Buell, Dal, and that's it. There is no, like, so the company she was complaining about is when people call doll Azons. So I call my doll Azon dolls. And the reason for that is because you have all the Azon doll, and they can be a Pico Nemo or Pure Nemo or Azon 50. So that's 3 category. In that category, if it's a Pico Nemo, it can be a regular Pico Nemo or a Lil Fairy. And if it's a Pure Nemo, it can be an Otogi no Kuni, a character series, or a Sarah's a la mode. And if it's Azon 50, they have like several series, but I don't really talk about that because I only have Amane from that Azon 50 series. And in every of those little groups, subgroup, you have different character, which is the equivalent of Pulip, right? Pulip is a character, and like Rayam, Lipu, Vel, Erinoe, and Nelly are the Lil Fairy characters. And in the Pico Nemo you have Imeno and other, I don't have any, so I don't know so much about that. But like other of the execute character made as a like smaller size. And then you have in the execute you have so many. You have Koron, Miyu, Mio, Shisa, Chika, Nina, Yuta, Auto. Okay, so basically in the Sarah Salomon you have like 5 different girls as well. And of course the Azon 50 you have all of them character like Amane and like other girl, my hero, and other stuff. So technically, if I'm talking about all of my dolls together, like including Amane, the Pico Nemo, my little fairies, the Sarah Salamot, I'm gonna call them my Azon doll, because that is a higher group that talk about all the doll created by the Azon company. And when I talk about my dolls made by Groove, I either call them my polyps, because I think polyp is the main characters. So even if I have an Easel in the group, I'm gonna call them my polyps. Or like, because it's kind of the shorter from my polyps and friends. Or I'm gonna call them like my Groove dolls. It's also possible. So she wanted people to call the Azon dolls Pure Nemo. But I'm very sorry, if I'm talking about little fairies, they're not Pure Nemo. They're on the Pico Nemo D body. They have nothing to do with the, like, Pure Nemo. So yeah, I read that status, and that's not the first time, that's the second time she put that up. And because I had the Miyu video really recently out, I'm just thinking, okay, maybe that's for me, or maybe I just don't care, because she doesn't have a point, and like so many people like that status, and I was like, oh god, I need to go back to bed. And I just thought about the whole reason why again and again, and I couldn't fall asleep anymore. Like I think my insomnia is most of the time when I get really tired. It's like I got really tired, I cannot fall asleep. It's kind of contradictory, but basically the more tired I am, the more difficult it is to control my thoughts. And my thoughts are going to loop in my head. So I'm gonna explain things over and over to myself, and it's really bad. So yeah. So today I'm going to go and actually do some picture stuff. See you later, guys. My body is awake now, so I'm going to have some tomato and mozzarella and some orange juice. That sounds good to me. Lemon tea. I love that stuff. I shouldn't be drinking that stuff too much, but I really love that stuff. And in Japan, they always give you a straw. And like I have my pack of straw because they always give you a straw. And then if you buy the stuff at the supermarket, you don't have a straw, right? But I got so used to drink with a straw that I rarely ever drink like in a glass anymore. I either drink directly from the bottle, or if it's like that thing, I just drink with a straw. My friend said I'm so posh, but technically, like if you're in Japan and you get your drinks from the vending machine, you just outside you have the bottle and you drink from the bottle. And if you're at home, you have like those type of things. So drinking with a straw is easier. I don't know. I don't know how other people do it. I know my boyfriend never use a glass either. So maybe that's what like made me change. I used to have glasses all the time, but he very rarely used glass. Just drink from the bottle, or I don't know. Anyway, it's delicious. And yeah, my doll there is still naked. She needs clothes, but I don't have time. Like I'm making so many videos and taking so many pictures that I don't have time to do the sewing, especially when I'm doing the crocheting all night. So sorry guys, not much for the vlog yesterday. I'll try to do better with the next one, so hopefully you'll get something better tomorrow.